This is Justin Briggs, and I am playing a game called Car Restoration 3D. This is part of my series on mobile games, and we're gonna see, how accurate this one is, because I personally work on a lot of cars and stuff, and let's see how, accurate this game is. I've already played it a little bit, as you can see. You do these levels where you restore different colors, or different cars. Like this one's a Volkswagen Bus. This one's also a Volkswagen Bus. It's a second gen instead of whatever that one is. You also get cars that you can put in your garage. It's a pretty interesting game. Has a little bit of goofy music, but, let's begin. First of all, that's not how you remove a tire off the front of a bus. And it's definitely not the way you'd bolt it back on. You would want to bolt it back on using alternating patterns, like upper left, lower right, so that you don't bend the aluminum. You definitely wouldn't grind a window, and the window of a vehicle definitely isn't made out of metal. But I'm just going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and that's something they haven't fixed yet. Again, you wouldn't paint a window, but let's just hope they fix that in future updates. Because this is actually a pretty promising game if they do update it, because it does have some interesting features that they have already and that they want to add. Such as the garage vehicles, you can customize them. And they say coming soon that eventually you're going to be able to drive them. Here's another ad for State of Survival, which is a game I'll probably play in the future. This game doesn't force an absurd amount of ads on you in the beginning, but they kind of do in the later, levels. I really don't know what kind of van this is. They call this thing a laser, but it's obviously trying to replicate welding. And I'm pretty sure that isn't how you'd weld or scrape a bumper on. Luckily on this car, they have you not grinding the windows. One thing I have to complain about is that when you are painting it, it has these little lines, but once you're done painting it, it instantly fixes them. I don't know why it does that, but it's just a goofy little feature of the game. Here we get a prize. The only thing that is a problem is when you get the offer of getting these vehicles, you have to watch an ad to get them. I'll try cutting these out if I can, otherwise you'll be watching ads with me. Luckily this one is a shorter one. I'll mute it. Once you get the cars, you have to fix them up. This looks like some sort of supercar. I'm not sure which one though. That's not my expertise. Though I certainly am trying to learn more and more cars as I go on. One thing I wish they did is they had names for the cars. Because they're clearly all modeled off of real versions. Now we're washing the car. Unfortunately, you're not going to get a sexy modeled washing car in this game like you do in all the movies, but you get what you get. Now, one of the things that's nice about this game is it allows you to customize it. This one doesn't have as many customization options, but it allows you to get different features like putting absurdly large superchargers and engines on the top of your car, or putting police lights, or goofy tires, or goofy sides, which I kind of like because, you know, in real life I like modding engines and modding vehicles. Absurd spoilers and diffusers and exhausts. So, let's play a couple more levels before I'm done. Also allows you to buy tools, which is part of the reason I want you to watch ads. You don't have to, but otherwise it would take you a really long time to buy these tool upgrades. You get more and more tools as it goes on. This is clearly based off a Ford truck. How do I know? Well, I love Ford trucks. So, that's a pretty interesting feature of painting and grinding the tailgate before putting it back on. Not really how tailgate goes back on, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, this is a little goofy. Usually those are snap-ons, so I wouldn't hope you'd have to pry them off. Though I wish I could own this truck in real life because it's pretty snazzy. The drill looks like it's trying to be a Milwaukee. Always take the first offer in this game because what I noticed the pattern is the next two offers are cheaper, and then it forces you, if you want to get the best ad, to watch an ad, and then you'd have to watch another ad to get the ×3 bonus. In this case, it's just giving me another one of the stupid episode ads, which we all know and love, and have seen for the past 10 years. This next vehicle, which will be my last for this video, is obviously based off a Jeep or a Mahindra or a similar vehicle, though I will assume that it's a Jeep. Since that's the most common one, at least in the United States. Though I don't know where this ad is developed, so it could be a different off-brand vehicle. Or not necessarily off-brand, but just not mainstream where I live. One thing is interesting is how this vehicle lacks brakes. And again, when you're putting these tires on, you'd seem The exact reason you wouldn't put them on like that is because it would warp the tire rim, putting it on unevenly like that. They even made it accurate by giving it a manual shifter knob for being an older off-road vehicle. Another vehicle in this game I would quite wish to own. Of course, maybe not in this bright orange color. So, that would be my last vehicle for this video. My overall take on this game is that the ads are overall accurate for this game that you see. But while my overall view of this game is it's good, and the ads are accurate, though it definitely needs some improvement. I like the fact that it tries putting accurate vehicles in, like a Jeep, a Ford truck, some foreign van, second-gen VW bus, a VW bus, looks like a Dodge Charger or Challenger. This one's either a Civic or a Fiesta or some similar vehicle. Crown Vic, this looks like a Mini Cooper. I'm not sure on that one. I'm not sure on this one either, but it looks interesting. This looks like an older Fiat. This looks like either like a Lincoln Continental or a Ford Thunderbird. Volkswagen Beetle, obviously. This looks like an older muscle car. Older foreign, Japanese origin, probably muscle car. Older station wagon. This looks like a 90s Jeep Cherokee. This one looks like almost like if it had a different grill, I'd say it's like a Bronco or something like that. This looks like an older Econoline van, maybe, just the proportions are out. Those are all the vehicles I can recognize. So this one looks like a funky Volkswagen Rabbit. So, the game's nice. It has accurate vehicles, well, semi-accurate vehicles. It definitely needs some improvements and updates, like the garage feature. I don't necessarily like how it almost forces you to watch ads if you want to get the tool improvements. Especially the last ones, like on any of the tools or 3-star upgrades. You have to watch an ad to get that. It never gives you an option of paying for it. And to pay for that money and still be able to afford the next car, you would most likely have to watch an ad to keep on progressing. So it has subtle ways of making you watch ads. The theme music isn't annoying. It looks like it has plenty of levels, and I'm eager to see where this game goes, and hopefully in the further updates it makes it a better game with better graphics and some new features, and maybe in a year or two I'll check on it again and see where it is if you guys want that. So thank you for watching. This has been a good game, I'd say. Tell me what you think in the comment section, like and subscribe, and so forth. Thank you.